The title of this book, Still Grazing, comes from one of his biggest hits titled Grazing in the Grass, a song which was first released in 1968. Hugh Masekela has touched many through his music, but his tale transcends beyond the world of music, and it is through this book that he hopes to touch many. His life has seen him stumble upon adventure after adventure, often bringing him to the wrong side of events all over the continent. This book chronicles his journeys, including battling for the destruction of apartheid.
It's about my life, and I lived during a very interesting era in the history of human beings, from 1939 till now. And it's basically my chronicles up to 2002. Being an African, and coming from South Africa, life was not necessarily that easy, and I was lucky that music took me to the world. I didn't plan to be known. I just wanted it to be in music, and it has taken me, all over the world. It helped me to stand by the beliefs that I strongly believe in, and the biggest one being that I grew up in a community that was against injustice, and I grew up both in music and in South Africa. So I've always been against injustice, and I've always been driven by the heritage that I come from.
I wanna be there when the people start.
Still Grazing was first released in 2004, but it disappeared more or less without a trace, much to the dismay of Masekela's fans. The book has now officially been relaunched. It also depicts photographs of friends and family and life lived over his 71 years in the music industry. Having recorded more than 40 albums, the first part of this autobiography is written by Ebony magazine editor Michael Cheers and covers Masekela's birth in 1939 to his flight to the USA in 1960. It offers a detailed look at life under an unstable system which included racism, and this drove him to find refuge in music.
The thing that you will find most in the book is the injustices that we've been manipulated into, and also the sufferings of our people, and some of the results of our oppression, one of which is like addiction. I think that we're one of the most addictive countries in the world, and it's evident during our big holiday seasons. And I was affected by that. I think that I talk a lot about it there. And I talk a lot about friendship and family, but mostly about the phenomenon of having made it in spite of all the obstacles.
It is intended to give readers a taste of Hugh Masekela, the musician, while also giving them an impression of Hugh Masekela, the man. Hugh is currently using his global reach to spread word about heritage restoration in Africa, a topic that remains very close to his heart. For Morning Live, I am Musam Khalipi.